Alright, welcome to breakfast. I freaking love breakfast, okay? I love sausage, eggs, ham, bacon, meat. I do love eggs, but I am allergic to them, so I can't really eat them that much. But like steak and eggs, you're joking. Steak and eggs. I have no words, I'm speechless. So today I'm gonna make some breakfast. You know, some hash browns, kind of. I'm making a chicken apple sausage. Okay, hold on. And heck yeah, I'm hopping on the trend, cottage cheese. Now, I make absolutely everything in the air fryer because I don't have to wash it every single time. I'm not using like 6 different dishes, but also it's so easy. So these are the chicken apple sausages that I get. They're from Walmart. They don't have them anywhere else, I don't think. Market side, Asian style with pork and pineapple. These are the best ones. I love them. So I guess it's not a chicken apple sausage. It's a chicken pineapple sausage or whatever. I'm gonna prop you up on my cottage cheese, okay? Okay. I need to put my hair up. I'm overstimulated. First, I have a potato. I'm gonna wash him. It's also like, anyway, it's raining today, like pouring all day. Sorry, my tail was showing. You ever see something off in the distance and your brain gaslights you and makes you think it's like an animal or a person or something, and then you realize it's just a branch? And I'm gonna dice this up. Now, if you have never diced up a tomato, if you have never diced up a potato and seasoned it up and air fried it, you're missing out on the best homemade, healthier-ish hash browns. God, that was a lot. I'm gonna get a little bowl with a little lid. Okay? Knife trigger warning. Is that a thing? I don't know. I feel like everything needs a freaking trigger warning, but ew, that sounded not good. I'm slicing her up into like tiny little. Okay, I don't like the phrasing her when saying I'm chopping her up because I was feeling a bit Dahmer there for a second. So I'm chopping it up, okay? It's just a potato. It doesn't have feelings, which is something I'm learning. Oh my gosh. I don't prefer this knife for potatoes, but it's fine. Maybe this is just me, but I have feelings for like inanimate objects where I think like if I separate a set of mugs, then I feel guilty that I'm like separating a family. I don't know. Maybe this is probably something I should talk to my therapist about. Why is this? No. Because stuff on my neck. Good thing I'm the only one eating this little breakfast because I just touched my hair and I'm about to touch the taters. Look how satisfying. Oh, okay. Well, anyway. Little baby potatoes. Just like this, okay? I'm pretty sure I've done this like one time, but I just remember it being a really good choice, so I'm gonna talk about it like it's something I do a lot. Breakfast is really hard because I also don't eat gluten. I did not like the way my voice sounded when I said gluten just then. Gluten. Okay, this has just significantly gotten worse. Whatever. I say whatever, but I do care. So, I can't have gluten. Okay, I can't have eggs, really, technically. I did cheat for a long time and eat eggs, but then they just started making me feel nauseous because I'm allergic to them. So, I don't eat eggs anymore. The only time I do is like steak and eggs, because nothing turns me on more than dipping a good slice of steak into like the egg yolk. Anyway, I'm gonna pat these dry just a little bit. Put a lot of starch. I should be heating up my meat while I'm doing this, but then the air fryer would be loud. Okay, olive oil, I just drizzled it. I'm gonna put this lid on and shake it up. Guys, why does my hair look like this? I think I'm just like overthinking it, because later I'm gonna watch this and be like, your hair is fine, like just chill out. Okay. I don't like when it sticks to the top. Why did that irk me, actually? Like, that makes me want to crawl into a hole. Okay. There's a fork, because I feel like sometimes when you shake it, it doesn't, like, some of them just clump together, so we're gonna give it a little stir. With any good meal, we're using garlic powder and onion powder. I also use smoked paprika in almost everything, and they are so good on this. Salt and pepper as well. So I've done garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika. The smoked is the best. Yeah. An ish ton of salt because I have POTS and because I'm an addict, but I use POTS as an excuse because then I can say, yeah, my doctor told me to, so it's fine. High cholesterol or whatever. What is it that like high sodium content causes? That was wet. Hi. My dog is confused. She's like, why are you talking to yourself? You ever wonder if like your dog looks at you and is like, how did I get stuck with this human? Like, of all of them, I had to get stuck with this one. But you love me though, right? She's looking at me like, I'm seasoning it more. And that's probably fine. Anyway, I also am kind of craving some pickles, probably because I'm dehydrated. Sorry, just remember to drink water and how to do it before I forgot. Air fryer. You know what I think one of the biggest myths is? And this comes from someone, you probably shouldn't eat that. This comes from someone who, I'm like weird about meat. Like if I come to your house and your chicken is weird, I probably won't eat it. I'll be full. I'm so sorry. The biggest myth about air fryers is that things can't touch. It's bull. They can absolutely touch, okay? I'm gonna turn on this air fryer and it's gonna be really loud. So I'm gonna pause the video, which is why this can't be a video diary. I'm gonna do it on 400 for probably start with like 7 minutes. And I'll check on it. You also want to shake it halfway, as you do with like everything in the air fryer. Bam! Let's prep the meat. I didn't like the way that sounded. So my medium-sized plates are dirty, which means I need to do the dishes, but I'm not right now. So I'm gonna use this big bowl and put it all in one because I think that's kind of fun. It just feels not as fun when it's not all kind of touching, even though I don't like my food touching. Yeah, we're gonna wait for that one. A little salt. little pepper, little pickle. Perfect. Maybe the bowl wasn't a good idea because now I'm cringing at the fact that they're touching. It's okay. This will be an exercise. Oh, now that's cooking. Here's a word from our sponsors. Just kidding. But on a chronic illness note, this is something I take every day, and this is something I take every day. And if I don't take them, I will crash. So, this is omega-3s for inflammation, and this is Adrenal Lymph Plus for my adrenal glands because they were failing a year ago. So, they're doing better now, but I still take the pills, so obviously they're not thriving or anything. I will make a video on all the stuff that I take for you. All right, boys and girls. 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we're working with. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I guess we'll just pour them out on the... Ew, hold on, it's greasy. There's grease in there from me cooking bacon in here yesterday, not from these though. That looks fire. But I didn't want them to touch my pickles cottage cheese, so there's still some in here. Little stragglers that are gonna get burnt. I'm getting them. Don't even worry, I'm getting them. Gonna set these aside. When I was a child, I was actually obsessed with, sorry, can't put that on there because I have butcher block and it will burn. I'm putting in my sausage. I was obsessed with those Betty Crocker cooking videos. Sorry, that's not what I meant. I can't double task. Did anyone else watch those Betty Crocker baking videos where she made the cakes? I was obsessed with those. That was probably the first YouTube channel I ever binged was Betty Crocker. And she made cakes, and she made like an ocean themed cake with fruit roll-ups, and she made a Barbie cake where the Barbie was in the middle of the cake, and then the cake was like her dress. I got my bacon in here. Oh. I'm gonna put this in here for 7 minutes again on 400 because I like it all very crispy. And she would always be like, you can set that aside to snack on later. She'd like cut off half the cake and be like, we don't need that, but you can snack on it for later. So now anytime I set anything aside, I think of Betty Crocker. And I know her name wasn't Betty Crocker, but it just feels right. She looks like a Betty Crocker. Probably the cake. Anyway, I hope she's doing well. We'll be back shortly. She is out and she is sizzling. Alright, first, the sausage. I am going to cut this in half because if I don't... Ooh, yeah, that looks cute. That looks very gourmet. If I don't, it will, like, the heat stays trapped inside. Look how... You hear it? Wait, I think you're supposed to do it like this. Yeah, crisp, okay? This is why we do it in the air fryer. The bacon's a little burnt. I maybe should have gone 6 minutes. But what's alarming is the fact that I do this almost every day. And I still can't remember what time I do it for. Because now I'm thinking, oh, it is 6 minutes. Anyway, we're like, I don't like mine that crispy. You know what I mean? That's fine. Yeah. No. Giving IHOP. That's freaking busted. Yeah. Breakfast haul. I know this is kind of a weird breakfast, but it kind of also looks really good though. And I feel like it has protein, which I'm hypoglycemic, so I have to start my day with protein or my blood sugar will crash and I will crash. So, ew, is that a piece of the pineapple? Ew, the pineapple fell out and it left an absurd looking hole. Yeah, that's gonna irk me. Thanks for coming to my breakfast chat. My breakfast. Good. Yep. I'm not putting a wiener in my mouth on camera. I'm crashing out, I think. This is about to be a yummy breakfast. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see y'all later.